Hi, this is Jen Walker, a certified health coach, and I just wanted to chat with a couple friends. We have Jared Smithson and Julia Olson on with us today. And the healthy habit of the week is on activity. Last month it was on support, and we want to talk about now getting active. And if you didn't know, actually February is known for National Heart Association, right? And so that is kind of fun, and we can be active and remember our hearts to keep them healthy. So I wanted to share with you, there we go. So I wanted to teach a couple things. I don't know if you guys know what NEAT stands for. Those are abbreviations. It stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Can you guys see? And I wonder if you guys think of what you do and living in the world we live in now. Are you guys finding ways to make things easier because of technology? Like if you go golfing, are you going to stand on that's a little road thing that you can just swing so you don't have to walk? Or if you're going to take your baby for a walk, do you kind of find that you don't do that leisurely, that you take the car, for example, or that is an extreme? So think about, what about the remote, or what about turning on lights? They even invented the clapper. So think of doing things more manually. So that is what NEAT is about, and burning calories and being more mindful of your body. Well, let me change. Okay. So some ideas as well for this are standing instead of sitting. That's something that can help burn like up to 60 extra calories. Doing things by hand, like dishes, or if you're watching TV, turning that off by your hand, or standing up and going to do that. Doing sit-ups during commercials. Doing squats while your microwave's going. Standing straight and having good posture. That one is a reminder for myself. I have to do that often. Dancing like samba or whatever you like. And I like to do lunges when I wait for my kids off the bus. And so think of your family situation and how you can incorporate that. And then another way to incorporate things is using a Fitbit and counting your steps and having goals set for yourself. And challenging and keeping track of that will help you find more success and help you be more mindful. So finding things that way can help. Julia, did you want to say something?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I like, kind of back to that first slide, but I like just doing calf raises while I brush my teeth. Like that's something really simple. Or if you're waiting for the copy machine to warm up, you can sit down and do 10 push-ups. Or as you're waiting, I don't know about you guys, but I turn on the shower and for a few seconds, wait till it gets warm, do a few push-ups right before you hop in. So those are just some ways I do it.
I do squats in the shower, I'm telling you the truth. Okay, Jared, do you want to hit this slide?
Yeah, I do calf raises while I fill up my car with gas all the time. So calf raises are a good one. It's really good. An interesting thing when you said when you were talking about just posture and stuff, I read an article that's all about this NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, a couple of years ago, and just sitting up to watch TV, you burn about 25 to 30 calories an hour more than if you're laying down on your couch. So, reading a book, you burn about 30 calories more per hour than sitting and watching some mind-numbing show. So, it's really interesting how the body burns energy and stuff. This study that Indiana Universities did a couple of years ago is really interesting to me. Make sure that when you're exercising, that you're doing it with support around you. This study, they followed married couples, and married couples who joined a fitness club together, and those who attended together, they didn't necessarily work out together. Like maybe the wife was over on an elliptical machine and while the husband was lifting weights or something like that. But they attended together. They only had a 6.3% dropout rate. And but those who attended apart, they joined it together, but maybe the husband went in the morning before work and the wife went after the kids got off to school or whatever, if they attended a park, 43% dropped out. So that's really important. A lot of people will find a running partner. So it just goes to show how important support is when you're being active in your lifestyle. So find people that enjoy the same activities that you do, and so you can be both supported by them and you can be a support to them.
Thank you. Okay, so this is how you do burpees. And I can hear that my children are getting off the bus, and I just want you to understand what a burpee is, because we're just going to talk about it a little bit. And so I'm going to have you guys have a nice little surprise. Okay, can you guys do some burpees for me? No. Okay, Ivory, are you going to do burpees? Let's do 10 of them. Ready? Can you guys?
One. Cold out here.
One. Go down. Go do it. 2.
Can you do that?
3.
You don't know how to do that.
4.
3.
5.
You're not doing it right.
6. I'm gonna let them finish that, and we'll talk about it. You guys stay out here. Woo! So, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about burpees in my life, because my daughter, Ivory, the youngest one, would love to go work out with me. We did preschool at our own home, and so I'd go work out in the mornings, and I'd do some CrossFit stuff that was just simple, and burpees was included in that. And she would rock it out, and she loved working out with me, and we'd have music going. And so just doing things with your family and having fun and learning how to do things together. So this is what I thought was funny. Here's the next slide. So my kids took that many minutes to do 7. I think they pumped out before I left. And this says it takes 524 burpees to burn off 1 large French fry. So talking about that, it's bringing up the fact that you can't really outrun your fork. And so nutrition definitely plays a part in activity. This one says it takes 126 burpees to burn off 1 Krispy Kreme and donut. So pay attention to what you're taking in your body, and eating whole foods is always helpful. Having things that are nutrient dense, not the other way around.
You know, I have a thought too. A lot of times people say, oh yeah, I have to go work out so I can eat. I don't want to work out so I can eat. Like, I want to work out because I like to work out. And so, I mean, yeah, maybe you have a little more leeway, but I mean, if you're looking at those numbers, 500 and whatever burpees to eat 1 thing of French fries, you can't, that's not going to be a good reason for working out. So, I mean, if it's something that gets you to the gym, sure, but at some point you might develop that into I want to work out because I love my body and because I love how I feel and I love the energy and I know it's important, and and find other reasons than I can eat the ice cream, because really you're going to be at a calorie overload that you're not filling up with the amount of exercise you do, most likely.
That was perfect. Thanks so much for that, Julia. So I have this really fun video. It's like a minute and something. Let me hurry and grab it. You guys are going to love it. So that was really cool. So what I wanted to talk about and why I'm sitting here on the stairs is because I want you to think about your approach. And this is a really personal question with your life. I want you guys to think about taking the stairs, not only physically, but also in the different aspects of your life, because it can really make a difference in being successful, in feeling good about yourself, in taking care of yourself, and doing the things that can really move you forward and not taking the easy way out. And then we kind of spoke about that before, what Julia was saying, to balance your exercise and your eating. There's abbreviation EAT, which stands for energy or eating. Sorry, it says EAT, energy, activity, thermogenesis, kind of like the NEAT points. And so find things that you can do with your family and have it be fun. Do new stuff. Your kids are going to remember memories, and they're going to remember the things that you choose to teach them. And activity is something that's really important and creates good endorphins for the body. So many benefits, and hopefully you guys can add a little bit more of that. There's times when I've been really good at working out, and then other times when I've let life get me busy, and I've been working really hard on working out consistently lately, and I've been really grateful for that. And it just starts with a routine. And so grab a buddy, start working out, and work out with your family, and enjoy and move more.
You know, I was going to add, if it's okay, I love those two analogies, because every once in a while I find myself being lazy. And I just think, ooh, NEAT points. I need to do this to get my NEAT points. And it kind of brings that focus and that mindfulness to my, the way I move my body. And so, like, for instance, if I'm feeling like I can't make it to the gym, I don't have time, I can think, okay, no problem. I can do NEAT points. We're really working my posture today. I'll do the leg raises and the calf raises and the sit-ups and push-ups and all those things that won't have to take any more time out of my day, but I can at least burn those few extra calories and work on that. And then say I have a good day, I can do the eat thing. Then I can not eat, but I can go and have actual, like, quote unquote exercise, official exercise. And I think that's awesome. And I love the analogy of taking the stairs in life. So yeah, there's an easy way out. You can take the elevator, or you can take the stairs and grow. And not only just with literally taking the stairs instead of the elevator, but when you have trials come up in your life, maybe you have this big goal you're working towards and it's hard for you, you can sit back and say, never mind, it's not worth it. Or you can take the stairs and work hard and keep going, and it's worth it, and it's awesome. So I love that analogy. And Dr. Anderson, our medical director, he really talks about that and has a lot of passion about that. So it's awesome. But thanks, Jen. Great reminders. I'm excited to go eat and have some NEAT moments.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just wanted to add a couple of things. When it comes to eat, exercise, activity, thermogenesis, I like to focus on three things. One is strength. You should always be doing strength exercising, because as we get older, we lose muscle. So you want to be building up lean muscle. That doesn't mean you need to be a bodybuilder. It just means that you need to be doing resistance exercise. The second one is you should focus on range of motion. In my former life, I dealt in the insurance world before I became a health coach. And I was working a lot with senior citizens in their long-term care needs. And people who were put into care facilities, convalescent homes, things like that, for hip injuries, 80% of hip injuries had to do with a decrease in range of motion rather than strength. So maybe they went to step up onto a curb and they simply didn't have the range of motion to get their foot up on top of that curb, and they fell and they hurt their hip or something. But they were actually strong enough to stand. So it's really important as we get older, that as our joints get stiffer and things like that, that we do some good range of motion. And Jen talked about the third thing that I focus on already, and that's have fun. Find activities that you love doing, because if you hate going to a traditional gym or something like that, you're just not going to be good at it. It's not going to be a sustainable thing. And one last, I want to just share an experience that I had. There's my wife and I became acquainted with a gentleman about a year ago that is he's known to the world as the Iron Cowboy, and he recently, this last summer, performed 50 full triathlons in 50 days in all 50 states. And to most people, that sounds like it's completely undoable, which it is. Like, I would not go out and do that today. And for those of you who don't know what a full triathlon includes, it starts off in the water and you swim about 3 miles in the water. And then you get on a bicycle and ride a bike for 112 miles. And then you follow that up by a full marathon, 26.2 miles of running. And he did that every day for 50 days in each of the 50 states. And recently a friend of mine ate lunch with him and asked him, how in the world did you prepare yourself physically and mentally for that? And his response was really, really interesting. He said, most people will go to the gym 3 or 4, 5 days a week, and they focus on giving an A+ effort each time they go to the gym. He said, I've never focused on giving an A+ effort a couple of times a week. What I focus on is giving a B- effort every single day of my life. And he talked about how important daily consistent action is. And if you just make something, and granted, his B- effort is probably better than my A+ effort, but do what you can, but just be really consistent and determined at it, and schedule that into your day, and you will see amazing results with it.
Awesome. Thank you for that. That was inspiring for sure. Well, thanks again, and we hope to connect with you soon.